You want healthy, glowing skin, but with all the products, trends, and conflicting advice, it's hard to know what actually works. I understand. I am Dr. Tina Meder, a former cardiologist and specialist in the skincare development and cosmetic safety expert. I've spent years studying the science of skin. Welcome to Meder Beauty podcast, where we uncover what really matters, break down the science, and give you real expert-backed skincare advice. Whether you're looking to achieve radiant, healthy skin, curious about anti-aging, or want to understand what's really in your product, you are in the right place. Rooted in science and the truth about what your skin actually needs, we'll have in-depth conversations with leading dermatologists, medical experts, and skincare brand founders to bring you the latest innovations, evidence-based insights, and industry secrets that truly make a difference. We are so happy you are here. So let's go. Hello, Sarah. Thank you so much for coming. And our podcast show has more than 3,000 downloads already. And we are on our fourth, something like this episode. So probably it's not success, Hollywood-style success, but I am proud.
Congratulations.
And actually, our episodes together, they are amongst most popular.
Oh, well, what an honor.
Yeah.
Hello, 3,000 downloads. I'm sure that equates to many more listeners. That's great.
Yeah, hello, our listeners.
Hello.
And we do such a great team. They never think about it. Yes, because we are skin practitioners. I'm a doctor. You are a medical nurse. We can do podcast.
No.
But we have different talents. Now we are preparing for the new trade show.
Yes.
And in this year, we did a lot of trade shows. We've been in Miami and Chicago and
Los Angeles, Las Vegas.
Orlando. Oh, we cannot forget Vegas. But what happens in Vegas stays in Vegas.
Truly.
And actually what is interesting, every time when we prepare for the trade show, it is their question. How we present the brand for beauticians, because the trade show is all about the new contacts, new colleagues who you meet, and you don't have enough of time. It's kind of elevator pitch. And actually, for many years, I've been on another side. I've been this beautician, aesthetic doctor, skin practitioners who looked for the brand.
Yes.
And it is your experience too, right?
Oh, yes. It was something that I couldn't wait for. I was like, okay, I have my license and now I get to go to my first beauty show. I was very naive and did not prepare for that because you're filled with so much excitement and it's your time to figure out what am I going to work with and the brands that you've always envisioned yourself working with. You get to go to those booths and try those products and then you learn the minimums required, the clients that you don't have yet.
Actually, when you first time heard about the minimum required, have you been shocked?
Shocked.
Me too. Absolutely.
I think I knew that there were requirements, but I don't know if I knew what to expect or how to organize myself and not be so overwhelmed and overstimulated. Like, of course, there are these big box brands, but maybe what brand could be similar with less of a buy-in that I could start with. This is how I would recommend new estheticians start to prepare for those type of shows. However, just speaking from my own experience, I just threw myself to the wolves.
Well, that's funny because we have a very similar experience, but it happened in different parts of the world and this difference of 20 years. So nothing changed so much.
Wow.
I remember myself when I visited the trade show for the first time in my life. I was a medical doctor at this point, but I still was quite young.
Sure.
And I've been in the first year of my practice. And for me, the ideas and you can buy cosmetic products was quite new because we made cosmetic products by ourselves. We bought some very simple raw materials and we just did our kitchen work. And suddenly the trade show with different brands. And actually, I'm not ashamed to say so, but I thought about the requirement like my license. Then people will ask me professional questions.
Yes.
I wasn't ready to this financial talk. And I remember I've seen one brand, and it was a Swiss brand. It was 90s, so they've been using some ingredients with animal origins. And I've been quite impressed, and I thought, okay, I should try it, some fatty acid, animal origins. And they told me, yes, but first order, it is $6,000 American dollars? That's the price of the car. I was like, no, I didn't see such a money in the same place, never in my life.
Right. And were you able to ask for like samples or anything?
Yeah, and they didn't give me
Of
samples.
course they didn't. No.
And believe me, in 5 years' time, they met me, they tried to give me samples. I didn't take them. So, yeah, I have a good memory. But when I looked at this, I thought it is so unfair because I am just starting my practice. I need help. And after I met this problem I educated beautician in 43 countries over the world. And I stopped count trade show when I participated after probably the second hundreds. And I've been, if not everywhere, but in so many places. I participated in the trade show in Jakarta and Manila and Oslo and Copenhagen, in Australia. And the problem is always the same.
Yeah.
All these years, now it's almost 30 years, I see these young beauticians who are shocked by these huge minimal orders. And even before we are starting to speak about some characteristics of the product, and it's not so fair because to pick up the brand, you should not be so focused on your investment because when you pick up the brand, you pick the brand for the long run. You start your practice, and I know I have a lot of colleagues from 90s, and some of them, they're still working with brands which they started 30 years ago because they love them, they know them, they understand how to use them in their practice. And now they're well recognized and they're professional, but they love the first brand when they started with.
And you know what I can say from my own experience, I started in retail.
Tell us more.
Oh, well, when you're working in, of course, over-the-counter beauty retail spaces, you realize very quickly that a lot of these brands are doing the same thing. They're just remarketing it, repackaging it, and finding ways to appear innovative. So for me as the professional, once I got licensed, I decided I needed to understand more, of course, about skin, how it functioned, and what ingredients could actually improve those functions. But there's not a lot of skincare doing such a thing. So hence, you come across Meta Beauty, you come across a few brands that are making that impact. And this is why, to your point, I've stuck with Meta since I found it. It's where, and what I tell practitioners now, because I get it, it's so overwhelming. Your clients are asking for things that they've seen on the internet that are the most popular, that these influencers are mentioning, that their dermatologists are mentioning. Like there is a
now that's a factor of influencers.
Oh, of course, because the influencers are going out and getting the luxurious treatment that you would hope to provide, but then you feel this pressure to use these brands that the influencers are promoting without realizing that that is marketing getting ahead of what they believe they're creating as a trend. Whereas you as the professional have the authority to know this is what I'm treating and this is what I understand about skin. So let me align myself with brands that focus there versus focus on profit, trending. And so what I mean to say is just finding brands that align with what language I was speaking with my clients is how I moved forward. But a lot of our clients are speaking the language of trends, of what's popular. And as a practitioner, when you're talking about your initial buy-in, that's hard because trendy and popular brands cost a lot of money. I don't know if people...
Because they invested a lot for being trendy and popular. We know a lot about it because we are not trendy. We don't have this investment to become trendy.
Exactly. And so matching, that's actually a really great point, though. When you're first starting out, what you have to invest in yourself, whatever that brand has to invest in themselves, we as a brand, I just will use us as an example here at Meta. It is all coming from you and from your family and what you pour into this company, right? So it's very small on that scale, but very big in the impact it's making. You as a solo esthetician, that is what you're doing. You are investing in yourself. There's not a lot of people who may know who you are, but you will make a grander impact by making that investment in yourself initially and aligning with brands that do the same thing.
Yeah, and from the first day, you will create your own community because your clients, your customers, your patients will become, if not your friends, but they will be people very close to you. They will bring you their friends, the members of their family. And in a few years, you will be the head of this community who is responsible for the skin health, who will be asked a lot of questions about the health and even about the personal life. So it's such a huge responsibility. And I understand when beauticians or managers or doctors, they approach different brands. And it's a kind of difficult decision to choose the brand because you take the whole responsibility for yourself. If it doesn't work, you will answer to your community. And it can really, you can build a reputation for years, and just one wrong choice can kill your practice.
Absolutely.
Or damage it very significantly.
Absolutely.
So it's such a responsibility. And I think that probably we don't take it as seriously as we should.
Yeah.
And we don't have this algorithm of picking up the brand. When I practiced, I created it step by step because probably I went the same path than every one of us, every one of my colleagues. Because in the first time, naive, and I've had clients. It's a big difference. We discussed it just before sitting on the chairs. Because the first question, do you have clients?
Yes.
Or you are looking for your first clients? Because it defines your choice.
Yes.
Because when you have clients, you can understand better what you're looking for.
Yes.
If you are working with young people, very probably you will be more focused on the acne.
Yes.
Oily skin.
Yes.
But if you have somehow women who care more about age-related changes, you will look for completely different products. Also, some beauticians and skin practitioners, they're coming to the skincare like you. From the retail, we have makeup artists coming to the professional. And it's different focus and different clients, because I suppose then the clients of the makeup artists, they are looking for something, for looking good, for this glass skin effect. So everyone just looks for something different. And new beautician after the beauty school, oh my God, I always feel for them so much, because when they have, as a client, they have one cousin.
Yes. They have one friend, they have, exactly. It's like you're coming out and you're so excited to get started. But that is a question I get often is, Sarah, I'm going to graduate beauty school. How do you recommend I start looking for jobs? I recommend you start looking for jobs while you're still in school right now. I recommend that you start having clients and looking for them right now. When you graduate, there will become this invisible pressure that you'll put on yourself that says, I need to build a brand, I need to build the brand logos, I need to do all of these things, when your main focus is building your knowledge and expertise on clients' skin. And in order to do that, I think using the safest, most beginner-friendly skincare lines are where you want to start. You don't want to go into the dramatic peels,
And actually, that's such a temptation, right?
So
because for new beautician, it's so tempting to get something, oh my God, hot. Transforming. And they are brave because they have no experience. But first side effect can be so discouraging. I know the people who graduated in the school, started to work, but after first unsuccessful treatment, they left.
Absolutely. It's terrifying, and no one teaches you how to, I would say, properly anticipate the outcomes when you're just learning, and then they put you in an environment where it's like...
Because outcomes look always positive. Right. Like, everyone will be good.
All right. You see these before and afters, which, by the way, are like a few slim pickings from an entire probably year of doing treatments, and you're seeing 10 of thousands of treatments, and that's the before and after that they're selling at you. So it is just so much more important, in my opinion, to find a brand that resonates with you. And I feel when you're looking at brands and who you want to work with, number one, of course, we mentioned it earlier, but like ridiculous minimums and large buy-ins, just avoid until ready, because that's a big commitment, of course. And your first commitment is to you yourself as a practitioner, and what brands are going to help me to evolve and understand skin, especially if you don't know your niche or what you're treating. It gives you the time to let that come to you.
Yeah.
I thought when I was in school, the biggest impression that I was going to be able to make on people's skin would be for acne, for instance. No, I actually had way more people come to me with pigmentation irregularities and a lot of scarring and things that I understood may have come from acne, but I needed to learn very quickly how I could address what they were experiencing today right now. And so had I not given the doors the chance to open and let my clients find me, because I also was dealing with unwanted pigmentation that came again from acne. So it's like, I wanted to treat the source, but I was opened up to a world of understanding the bigger picture.
Yeah, exactly. And what is funny about the acne, sometimes in my practice, especially when I started, some clients, they can be quite nasty. And I remember some clients who told me, oh my God, you are a beautician. You make a fortune on our misery, especially about the acne. Look at you. And in my time, the facial costed like $50. It was an expensive facial. I started my first facial. The price was $25 and I've been happy about it. So if I made $5 for one facial, I was like, yeah. And obviously now everything changed so much. And for me, it was so traumatizing. I wasn't ready for this criticism. After a few years of practice, I started to answer them, oh my God, we don't make money on acne. Acne is our cross. Because acne, you invest so much in the learning, in your education. You are investing in the product because you're constantly looking for something efficient. Until the moment I found prebiotics and probiotics, I've been investing so much in the acne care, and 90% of this acne care I didn't use because I just tried it. I understood then, okay, it doesn't match promises. And that's it. And also, you're never sure because acne is multifaceted condition. It is a dermatosis. And it's very much reflects the gut health, the body health, the psychological health, the mental health. And you can change only one thing. You apply the product topically, you speak with people, but you cannot make people eat better. You cannot make people live different life. You give them an information, but it is their choice. So results are not guaranteed. For glass skin, when someone come to your place asking for this red carpet effect, easy. We can do it topically, here and now. Obviously, if it will not follow our recommendation, it will be Cinderella effect. But with this Cinderella effect, you can guarantee that you will be the most beautiful Cinderella.
Yes. Everything you just said also took me back to reminding me why emotionally treating acne was so difficult. I was exhausting myself. I was more committed than a lot
It was so prideful, right?
Yes, because a lot of the times there are so many factors that we can then come to understand. And because we also know topically how these two things intertwine, we may meet the few clients that get it and will commit, but that's not the pool. Like, I feel for the people who are like, I am up for the challenge with acne. I'm like, oh my goodness, good for her. And so then you align yourself with a brand then that can make a strong impression on your acne clients. So it speaks to what do you have the emotional capacity and wherewithal to treat, because you're making a commitment to a pool of clients that are going to heavily rely on you for their livelihood.
I also remember this moment when you say goodbye to client, you perform this facial, you know how it affects your skin, you really want to achieve these benefits for the skin. And in my time, we didn't have mobiles or anything. You meet this client next time in 1 week time. Because when you do this course, it was kind of common practice. And I was always so afraid for the next week. You cannot believe it. In the morning, when I just checked my schedule, I was like, oh my God. After my first acne treatment was like, how she's doing? I am afraid. And I waited to open the door. And literally, when the door was opened, I stopped to breathe until the moment I see the skin. And when it is good, you're like,
Yes.
But sometimes it is not. And you just smile very friendly, trying to create quickly something in your head, how you will help this client, what can go wrong. Oh my God, it was such a stress.
I can imagine. And again, when I'm thinking and speaking to professionals regularly about which brands to work with and who to choose the brands that will support you through moments like that will allow you to be in communication and give feedback of this is what's happening with my client. Do you have eyes on this? Have you seen anything like this? Because you're not alone. You have a big pool of resources and people that you can rely on in the beginning of your career. However, it's frightening. And you
choose the brand when you can take the picture to send to the trainer. And trainer will be in the contact. Will help you. Yes, you should not abuse trainers, please. But it is a big part of the work to support, especially new clients, when they accommodate to the new treatments, to the new brand, to answer their questions. And sometimes you should do it in the real life, because sometimes they just have this question and they have 3 minutes to answer it.
Yeah. You are doing so many things. You are betting on yourself and going out and to get a license. You are signing up to continue to educate yourself for the rest of your life, so long as this is your career. You have also decided, if you do, that you want to go into business for yourself. So
Yeah.
no one will take away from that being a lot, but you also then get to choose who your resources and who your tools are to support you. And I can say that's the only reason I'm sitting here with you today. At one point, you were a tool in my toolbox, and thankfully, that is why I can still be here almost 5 years into having my license, because otherwise the industry, it's tough. This is now 15 years of this industry, and all of my trainers, all of the brands that I, whether I realize it or not, strategically chose to spend my time with are the reason that I'm here today, because they poured back in. I can imagine that there are plenty of people. I have a brand in mind. I will not mention them, but I worked with them in the beginning and I no longer work with them, but recently emailed saying like, hey, I'm not interested in buying product, but I would love to continue receiving your educational material. And they took me off the list. They said,
Really?
if you're not buying, you're not getting our education. I thought, hey,
Oh my God, that's unfair.
that's fair and that's fine. But you can imagine I have no desire to ever work with them again.
Actually, it could happen in the future because sometimes, why not? But you are leaving and you are coming back.
Yeah.
And actually, there are different periods of the professional life when you are skin practitioners, beautician, whatever.
Yes.
Because in the first period, you are frightened, tempted, excited. And this first couple of years, it is the period when you discover everything, and everything seems magic. And I have an impression that at this period of life, all beauticians, they are looking for the same thing. They want something which is famous and trendy. And Kim Kardashian is speaking about it all the time, but they want exclusivity.
Must.
Yeah, and I don't know how it could create any types of combination,
Surely.
because apparently trendy things, you will find them in every corner. If you want something exclusive, it will be pretty much unknown, but somehow they are looking in the first years, all of them, they're looking for the same thing. And also they're trying to focus on some specific clients. When you have these good friends with an acne, you think about an acne. When you have your mother friend who is very concerned about your wrinkles, you're looking for something anti-wrinkles.
Of course.
And after with an experience, it comes the understanding.
Yeah.
Then you need to find a balance in your investment, and you start to understand then your choice of brand should create some balance in your beauty room, especially when you are independent practitioners.
Absolutely.
And actually, I love so much independent practitioners because they're so brave.
Oh, gosh.
So brave. They're brave women. Most of them, they're women. And they take a lot of risk for themselves. And many of them, they are breadwinners in the family.
Oh, yeah.
And they're so strong.
It's incredible. And listening to you, yes, a lot of us have a friend, have a mother, but I actually think I'm thinking of someone in mind who she's like, Sarah, I do not sell a single thing if I've never tried it. If I don't touch it, if I haven't experienced it, I can't speak to it for a client. That's a lot of pressure. Me personally, coming from the retail world, I collected stories like data. Oh, this person liked this about this product. That's something that I can genuinely share with a person.
So you can transmit it.
Yeah, and say, I've never tried it. However, this is what I've heard. Solo practitioners have this belief and they build their practice for themselves. If this was my concern, and you find a lot of people connect with them because it's authentic, they see themselves in their practitioner, and they build incredibly successful businesses. Those practitioners have family members, have sisters, but they built it about themselves. It is their business after all. And those are the ones that I find have the most success because people come to them because they trust them and they know that they're using products on themselves.
It's so different because when you start practice as an employee in the company, in the beauty salon, in the clinic, or maybe in the big chain of clinic, you're one of many. So you don't meet this question, how to pick up the brand. The brand is picked up for you. I know that you worked in the clinic. It's not easy to come when all brands are chosen for you, and you should start to work with everything offered. On one side, it should be less risky.
Yes, I would say I would recommend it. There are very few pools of people who I find, whether they had beauticians in their family or they've had exposure to professional lines. So they kind of go in knowing I'm getting my license, but I'm going to work with this brand. But that's very rare. And if you're someone like myself, I needed exposure to a space that could give me freedom. But when I started in this space, they had 30 brands. And as far as what we could work on in the treatment room, they had at least 5 to 6 that were active, that were asked for. I couldn't understand which brands to choose for which patient, which brands could I use together, which could I not. Every trainer had a different belief system and ideology.
Oh my God, sometimes it's so difficult because when you are listening to the training of one brand and after you are listening to the training of another, you're like, they're 2 different words.
I'm telling you, I went through something called like a boot camp where each week it was a different brand, a different type of trainer, and then you had to throw massage techniques. You had so many things that you had to throw in. And I think it was great exposure for me. However, it was a telltale sign that I didn't know a lot and that I needed to stick to one brand that I could make a strong impact with as fast as possible because I didn't have a year to learn all of these brands. I had a month and I needed to figure out what I was going to use on clients in the treatment room because the people coming paid a lot of money for their facials. And I wanted a good one. But to that point, knowing what you understand and what you believe about skin and how to treat skin is important because all of these different individuals would have hoped to impress their beliefs on me and had me follow them and be their girl and their representative in that space when a lot of the times I didn't align with the way that they wanted to treat skin and felt like I had to force myself to do it their way. And that doesn't feel good. So find what feels right to you. I can't put enough emphasis on that.
That's amazing because, as you know, I've been an educator. Before launching my own brand, I've been a head of international training in the big Swiss laboratory. And also I was responsible for the education of the training team in the very big professional French brand. And I found the French brand was represented in 83 countries at this time. So I've been teaching trainers teams. They've been 12 amazing, talented girls who traveled around the world all the time with a lot of funny stories. I love to spend time with them. And I've always been so curious. So I asked them about the stories and they told me a lot about their experience in Madagascar, New Zealand, in Africa. I remember one girl who been training beauticians in Nigeria. And it was so different from everything I heard previously about the training. And in another brand, when I was a head of international training, and my responsibility was to train beauticians and local trainers in 43 countries. And at some point, it came to me this understanding what we're speaking now about. And first of all, there are 2 types of practitioners. The independent practitioners who take the full responsibility for the choice of the brand. And they're struggling with the budget. The responsibility is huge. They are absolutely overloaded with an investment. And in other parts, there are practitioners who never choose the brand themselves. They are managers who choose this brand. And they are responsible for working with this brand consciously with the full knowledge. But in the same time, they have dozens of other brands with very contradictory information. One brand is focusing on the antioxidant protection. Another one is speaking about pigmentation only. Third one is retinol-based, blah, blah, blah. So they have like 10 package of information in their head. And each brand just offers them some rituals. And actually, my brand did it too. We have the 12-step facial ritual with the use of hot towels and cold towels and aromatherapy and special massage. And I've been coming to the country. It took 3 days to train professional beautician how to perform this treatment. And I started to think, is it smart? It is so difficult. These girls, they have a lot of information. And they are beautician. They should think about the client. Or mask should be covered with aluminum foil or whatever. My champion was an Italian brand with 22 steps. You literally should think doing something. So I think, we need something very simple.
Yes.
And actually, brands, when I came with this idea to both of them, I've been like, it is too complicated. It is too ritualized. It's kind of the ritual dance in some ceremony.
Right.
And people are coming for the wrinkles treatment or acne treatments or redness, skin sensitivity. They close their eyes. But both of the brands, the marketing teams and the management, they told me, oh my God, you simplify things too much. No one wants to pay for simple things. And I think, I want to pay for simple things.
Absolutely.
I want to invest less in the brand. I want to be safe.
Yes.
And also, I want to be able to manage my stock finally without the necessity to call for orders every day.
Yes.
Because every time you open the jar, oh my God, peeling is finished. Next day, you clean the bottle. Oh, I should order this bottle. You're never enough.
Oh shoot, this is expired. It's never.
It's expired. Once I remember this training, and it was in Cannes Festival, all this glamour. And the place was kind of luxurious. And I opened the jar as a trainer. And what I found there, the dead fly just living on the, and cream costed 500 euro. So it's a fly just living on the surface of the cream. I was like, oh my God. And now my creator of the brand and why I created our biofacials, Medera biofacials, just coming in the box, ready to use. It just, I really wanted to take off this pain from both categories. Because in the first category, when you are independent, the ready-to-use box gives you the freedom. You want to try something, okay, you invest $100.
Exactly.
You have everything you need for 5 treatments. No risk. You can try the first treatment on yourself, another on your friend. When you are sure, go to your clients. And on another side, for beauticians, skin practitioners working in the clinic, I almost feel how they start to breathe. When I say you'll not get these jars and bottle, open the box. Everything is numbered.
Yes.
Just open it one by one, apply on the skin. Think about your client. Think about your technique.
Which products you're going to grab, and can I use it with this? And oh, did I use too much? Did I get enough? It takes you so outside of what you came to do. And I agree with you. I remember being the practitioner who, again, had choices. If I wanted to use this brand that I knew had a 22-step or this brand that had a 5-step, and I chose the 5-step every time because I knew my clients came for me and the experience that I created. Everything else was taking me outside of myself, and every facial that didn't go well because I was anxious, because I felt unorganized and all over the place. And it doesn't speak to who you are as a practitioner, but it does speak to the systems that need to be created, which is exactly. We've done such a great job at minimalizing that. And I can't say that enough to practitioners. If you're going to choose and work with a brand, it needs to feel good and it needs to make sense.
Even before launching the brand, I always recommend to practitioners to ask this simple question about each step.
Yes.
How justified is it? Each step should be justified. Why I need this massage right now? Why I need apply this serum? Sometimes you have the protocol when you apply 3 hydrating serum one after another. Hydrator, moisturizer, the best hydrating serum. And for some reason you apply them on the skin, just step by step. And you should not be ashamed to ask this question. And also, I've been actually surprised in my practice to find that in brands sometimes you have 3 hydrating facials. One hydrating facials for sensitive skin, another hydrating facials for almost like you have hydrating facials for the evening clients and the morning clients. And I think that so many brands have been created by business people.
Yes.
I always can recognize a brand created by practitioner. Because practitioners, they still keep this mindset of the affordable investment. Of some kind of minimalism in the beauty room. Practitioner thinks how you will clean after every client, because nothing is worse for the business than 1 hour and a half facial.
No.
Because you never can create the proper schedule. 1 hour and a half, oh my God, they are like, you suppose the client will be like Mary Poppins, coming with an umbrella, exactly on time. They always late.
Always. And there's things that you need to leave space for to anticipate that you can't leave for in the room because your day is taken by 2 or 3 clients. And again, we're here for profit. So to see 2 to 3 clients in your day.
And that's kind of Murphy rule. When the first client is late, seriously late, the next one will come earlier. And they will just do these things and you go, hello, I'm already here. And you're like, that's so stressful.
It's good.
Yeah.
No.
So what should I do?
Of course, there's so many things when it comes to choosing a brand and what to work with and how to use it. But the most important piece is the clients that you're anticipating or already working on. And you yourself, what do you understand you can achieve with this brand?
So probably when you pick up the brand, for beautician, it's very important to create some list of questions to ask from the brand representative. Like, what is the minimal investment? How you answer the question, how easy it is be in the contact with you, and how many products I should get on my table, how many facials do you have, because we have different aesthetic concerns. You cannot get the universal facials. Yes, you don't need 3 of hydrating facials. But for me, for example, probably my minimum will be, actually it's a little bit tricky because clientele can be different, but if you work for everyone, like different generations, I will get obviously acne. I will get sensitive skin treatment because it's kind of pandemic of sensitive skin. If you need one treatment, go for sensitive skin treatment.
Absolutely.
Also, I will get the treatment for age-related changes. If you're limited in the investment, I go for something more or less universal. And my fourth, must-have choice, red carpet effect. Because that what makes you a reputation.
Yes, that is you spreading the word. It's never, unfortunately, the sensitive skin or acne client that you're helping to regenerate their skin and transform.
It takes time with acne, right? Because it takes 6 weeks, 8 weeks. I remember once on the trade show, some guy, he was a clinic manager, approached our stand and asked me about before and after picture. And I was absolutely proud because I've got just this fresh before and after acne treatment picture. It's been sent to me by one of our practitioners this morning. And it was amazing. And I showed it to him and he was like, yeah, well, good. How long it took? And I was like, 8 weeks because it was severe acne. And he was like,
incredible.
Oh, so long. It's such a big brand. I was like, who are you? And he was like, I'm a manager of the beauty clinic. No, you are not. You should not be. You're not professional.
Truly.
Yeah. And also it's, obviously it works.
Yes.
But it takes long. It's transformative journey. But with this red carpet effect, glass skin treatment, that someone who is just looking for this solution right now meet you and you can show how efficient it can be. And also when someone with this beautiful skin is going to the party, everyone will ask this question. So you literally can give your business cards.
Very smart. I agree.
Yeah.
Same thing that I speak to when I
so it's must have.
You have to have something that says, wow, what did you do to your skin? And that's why my recommendation is treat sensitivity, because we are all walking around with inflammation. So something anti-inflammatory. And then, of course, showstopper. Wow, hydration. Again, speaking to something else that we spoke on in another podcast, but like rituals for me, hydration is key. As my secret to any condition. You absolutely can have better pigmentation, acne, fine lines, wrinkles, all of it if you are well hydrated. So I couldn't agree more.
Yeah, it is an amazing choice. You can get some specific wrinkles treatment. We have this anti-puffiness face sculpting treatments, and we have a lot of clients for it. And you can get some other brands who specializing in some other choice. For example, chemical peels. I've been a peeler myself when I practiced. It's not for everyone. It is very selective treatment for some very specific concerns.
I'm glad that you said that, because the language today is that there's a peel for everyone. Everyone can do a chemical peel. And do we want to put a chemical peel on everyone?
I've been one of them, but it was so long ago because I started to practice chemical peels. It was in the beginning of 2000s, probably end of 90s, as you can imagine. I'm 53 now, so I've been in my early 30s. And I also told my client, everyone needs chemical peels at least once a year, but I evaluated from everyone needs chemical peels once a year. After like a many people need chemical peels, superficial chemical peels, once a year in a couple of sessions.
Yeah.
After I went to like at least half of the people. And at some point, I understood that myself, I don't need chemical peels. And honestly, since 2008, I didn't perform chemical peels on myself.
Look at you.
Really, until 2008, from 2000 till 2008, I did it regularly.
Wow.
And actually, I've been treating the redness of the midpoint. I was
Yes.
even diagnosed with rosacea. It wasn't a rosacea. It was post-peel chronic erythema, which I treated for almost 15 years. And it still sometimes has come out. So one peel, it was my friend, she performed the TCA peel on me on the training, 15 years of treatment. And I came to this point and we can manage without peels because you should think why you do it.
Yeah.
And actually now with the new generation of skincare, new ingredients, we can resolve all of this problem
Yes.
without burn skin chemically.
Yes.
So it's just a step over from the chemical peels. But a lot of practitioners, they love it. They are on their journey.
Yeah.
So obviously we don't have it. But I think that probably the optimal number of brands in the clinic to stay manageable, 3. It's my maximum. And quite recently, I was in this trade show in the conference, and they've been speaking about different types of clients. And they have this classification, 4 types of clients. Intellectuals, so people who are very much interested about ingredients, the science behind it. It's what we do. Mid-there, it is intellectual brand. Another part of the clientele, the sensoric people, they want a silky touch. They want perfumes. They want everything around it. And when you have mid-there only, you don't have anything perfumed with jasmine or rose. So probably for this part of the clientele, you can get some nice massage oils and whatever. Also, another part of the clientele, they are so-called tech geeks. Hello machines.
Yes.
Couple of devices.
Absolutely.
My favorites, they are microcurrent therapy, obviously, LEDs. And I will probably say there's some type of jet peel, hydrodermabrasion.
Yeah.
Also works great, all types of the skin. For dark skin, it's this ashy appearance, hydrodermabrasion with hydration like our hydrofill. You can do a miracle.
Absolutely.
And the last category, they are eco warriors. We are very ecological, we're very conscious about the ecology, but this type of clientele, they are looking for this craft cartoon, right?
Oh,
yeah, so if you want to be loved by 100% of people, what is impossible, but you can try. That's probably it would be 3 brands and 2-3 devices in your practice. It will be efficient and it will be good for your business.
I think those are great tips because a lot of the times, yes, you can find the brands that you're mentioning as far as skincare brands, but when you get into technology, of course, these brands have also created some sort of product that can overwhelm you. And it's just figuring out what technology works well for you and with the brands that you're already thinking of purchasing. These are all factors to consider. So I love.
Choose your starting point.
Yes.
Choose one brand, one product, one treatment to start and build your business.
Yes.
Starting point.
Yes.
Keeping in mind your clients.
Yes.
When I was younger and I started my practice, I tried to be loved by everyone. I've been this people pleaser and it is very tempting. A lot of skin practitioners, they are people pleaser or they become a people pleaser.
Yeah.
And it's very difficult. It's not good for your mental health. Every time when new clients came to me, I tried to satisfy all kinds of needs, sometimes crazy demands. But now I just advise to everyone, then every time you meet your new client, think about your community of people because you create your community. And if you feel like this person will never be good for this community, when you feel
Love that.
This person can be toxic to you, just step out. There will be new people who will stay with you for years and you will be happy to help them. and you will feel so much better after the effort, because it's nothing worse than finish your day with some toxic people fashion.
No, that's a great point, because that's an investment in your future. You will push your community away by overextending yourself. So creating those boundaries very early on. You have so many other things to focus on in the beginning of your career besides buying into that major brand that you just saw on your vision board and wanted to work with based on, their marketing and their name. You will have a long-term career when you have boundaries, when you know what you need, and when you know the impact that you want to make.
Will this brand attract to you people?
Yes.
Or not?
Yeah.
So it's a good question.
It's a great question.
Right?
You've given so many tips. Thank you so much for that wisdom.
Thank you so much for this conversation. It's really, I learned a lot, because that's rarely when we speak about it. And sometimes we forget how difficult it is. Yeah. And dear listeners, if you have questions, if you want to share with us your experience, we'll be so happy to hear about it and to continue this discussion. So please comment on YouTube, podcasts, our socials, and see you next time. Thank you for joining us today on the Matter Beauty podcast. If you found this helpful, be sure to subscribe so you never miss an expert skincare tip. Have a question or topic you'd like for me to cover? Send me a message at podcast@matterbeauty.com, and let's keep the conversation going. Also, you can visit matterbeauty.com and discover Matter Skincare, which I created. And if you enjoyed the show, I'd love if you left a review. It helps others find the podcast and keeps us growing. Until next time, stay healthy, stay glowing, and take care of your skin.